Hey guys, what's going on? It's RogerDeath here. Take 3 of trying to record this. Uh, I recorded the Clash game the other day, and I've been having some fun with League, so I figured we could record some more. First attempt was going fine. I wasn't really winning lane. It was Yone versus Yasuo, or not Yone versus Yasuo, Yone versus Lucian. I was bound to lose. Till a work call like halfway through. I answered it, didn't mute the mic like I had told it to. So that video got deleted. Second time, fucking Riot servers derped up. Couldn't do shit. Good first pick. Second pick. And I'm top line instead of mid. It bugged. It got to like 2 minutes, showing no change. Wouldn't let me break queue, so I had to restart the damn client. Yeah, just
Is something from me?
destroy it. So I'm officially up later than I want, just because I want to get damn video out. And yeah.
Destiny, domination, deceit.
You know, I'm all for one saying you should try your hardest, but this is normal draft. This is where you play and practice people. You know, you don't play normal draft. Alright. I'm gonna do this. Griefing. You know, this is where you learn to play other people. This is where you try out how to do things. You can't be expected to be perfect in all roles. The full, you know, all the time. You learn new people by playing them in draft pick. If somebody on the other team wants to ban them, fine, whatever. But you know, that's one thing. It's very much a dickish and, like I reported, probably agree. It's ridiculously a grief. You don't get to take the high horse when your mid laner, somebody you're queued up with, mind you, because let's see here. Let's look. The Vayne, this bot lane, and Akali are these guys are all grouped up together. You don't ban your own team in non-ranked. You don't ban your team in ranked. You ban what you don't want to face on the enemy team. Banning me was just a fucking asshole thing. I'm, you know what? I've been full controversial all night in both recordings. That shit shouldn't be allowed. These triple queues and quad queues tend to not go well for whoever's not part of their group because they're just their own little clique and want to be their own little douchebag McGee's. I'm not even gonna hold back anymore. You know, this is the second game tonight where I've been out-banned by my own fucking team on somebody I wanted to play. Actually, was the other one today or was it yesterday? Nope, it was earlier today. And that wasn't a quad. Everybody but me and my team was grouped together. Everybody else fed their asses off. I held my own against the Malphite, but, you know, we still lost because it turns out when everybody else can't fucking do shit, game's over. And yes, I am bronze 1 currently in solo queue. I am bronze 1 in flex. However, I have been gold. I have been silver. I have been no rank back in season 1, when if you didn't hit like 1150 elo, you just didn't get a ranking. And I've also it's a 4.
In the world beyond, blackened ichor filled a crumbling
Summoner's Rift.
as souls withered to nothing. But I refuse to fade.
30 seconds until minions spawn. Minions have spawned.
Fuck off. You know, I fully admit that when I played League all the time, I was a toxic shitlord, and I understand that and I own that. I'm acting a bit of that now because people like this fucker right here tilt me. Because they're being abusive to their own team and they're expecting us to be okay.
Malice never wanes.
And now I can't even say, I'm being unwilling to communicate because I've explicitly stated, hey, I've got this person muted. You're gonna be a toxic ass lord. You know, you gotta reap what you sow. That's my belief, right? If you're gonna be a shithead, you get a shit. You get what you get. It's gonna be expected. I expect it back. If I'm being just a gigantic fuckhead in game, I get muted. If I'm doing things that are, you know, asshole to my own team,
First blood.
I'm gonna mute them. And I expect to be muted in such a...
Has been slain.
The ungrateful call me tyrant. The wise call me lord.
Has been slain.
You know, and part of the problem is that I'm trying to be a team player, right? So I left my lane to try and assist our jungler. Team play. And it ends up biting me in the end. I'm gonna actually just so I can see the shit talk. What's going on? I'm gonna ignore it, but I want this on the record, right? So I tried to assist the Silas, who was getting destroyed. The also bronze Akali. No, I'm gonna push up the tower and do very, very little to it instead of help the team. I held on to teleport there because I think I can get better use out of it. It's gonna be more important. As it is, I'm just, you know, I'm partially tilted by the fact that I've fucking go away things that aren't in the game. Don't pull my attention away. Windows doesn't handle like that well. I swear. But I will fully admit I am at least partially tilted just from this Miss Leona. She's trying to be, you know, now she's trying to backtrack. Oh, it's not because you're bronze, it's because you're a new person. It's because he's new. Well, yeah, this is how you get to play new people. You don't take them into a ranked game. You know, I fully expect that if I tried to do that in ranked, and I had never played him before, you know, that's a whole other story. This is draft, normal draft. And somebody I have obviously played before, because, see, I've played them before. They're obviously using something like Blitz. You know, I get not wanting to play against somebody. But if you've got somebody on your team that's expressing an interest in wanting to play them, don't. No, it's worth the risk sometimes. To just let it go through. Yes, I'm hung on that. Mostly because this lane is just kind of. The biggest thing that's happened so far is I've tried to be a team player and go help the Silas. That's really it. I can't say there's anything else really going on, because there isn't. It's a typical lane against an Asus. You know, I'm not going to easily have killing power on him for a long time, if ever. Can I be annoying? Oh, absolutely. Can I kill him? Yeah, it's less likely.
No remorse. Shed the first
If I had just walked away early, I was gonna not get the kill. So it was better that I stayed and fought for the kill. I was gonna die either. So the Silas actually doesn't appear to be. I mean, it's possible that Silas is cute with somebody. It's hard to tell. Just kind of based on the information I'm looking at right now. But it doesn't look like that's the case. I'm gonna sit for just a little bit. Hunt. That'll be my trade.
souls are forfeit.
An ally has been slain.
Fools fear death.
Yeah, it's just kind of a whatever lane. It's nothing special. push Nasus into tower. Other lanes start getting fed because... Let's worry about the bronze person! Like the fucking Akali, who has a higher... I'd say is usually a much higher skill cap than Yone. Who really shouldn't be trying to play Yone. They really shouldn't be trying to play Akali. If they're bronze. I've at least required to be ganked both times. Straight up solo.
Rampage.
Just a little unfortunate. Nothing. I can't wait to hear the jungler being fed somehow. I admit, I've died twice. Yeah. Kind of what happens when you have 2 encounters and jungler ain't willing to do shit about it. Late.
Forfeit your soul.
Not really suppressing him. I'm not letting him go run away though. Yumi's not entirely wrong. Leona really shouldn't run there. And that's not just me saying that because I'm not happy with this Leona. If you're a tanky support in a fight, you need to continue to be there to help your team.
The unworthy are dust, doomed to wither.
An enemy has been slain.
You know, honestly, I really do wish that at the early game it would have been work. 'Cause, you know, even though I didn't do fantastic, and I'm willing to admit that I'm not, you know, God at this game. I know I make mistakes, and I know how I make my mistakes. I try to correct them in the future, but Leona is got something to prove and got it out for the world.
Dominating. Turret plating will soon fall.
So Leona right now is like hardcore toxic. The behavior with the ban now completely makes sense.
Killing spree.
Now I gotta be here dealing with the fucking... What's his face so he doesn't get retardedly big. Only, you know, moderately big.
Let the foolish curse me.
It's not a job I'm completely failing at. It's not what I'm doing bestly at either, but... I can see that.
Their gods cannot save them from me. All will bend their knee in fear.
Shut down.
Methinks that Yone was not the one thing to be worrying about.
Enemy double kill.
Some win it. Mortals planning fear for tomorrow. I belong for eternity. Such ultimate
Shut down. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Triple kill.
unfettered by mortality.
I'd have liked to have played Yone. I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make in this game currently. Silas is not doing well. And yeah, Silas is a difficult champion to really get the mechanics down on. He's got a lot of finesse.
Sunder the natural cycle so that all may be preserved.
A lot of little difficulties. Now, if you haven't played him a lot, you're not likely to know.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Flesh constrains. Liberates. Stands eternal.
The fact that he gets that much health back just off of a Q is infuriating. As is passive.
The ungrateful call.
In addition to his infinitely stacking Q, it's just he gets so... It's hard to really break him down.
Ally has been slain.
You basically have to just burst him.
An ally has been slain.
This to subjugate the Lord.
ward there.
Malice
Oh.
never wanes.
Silas is not really very simple. In fact, I'm probably the simplest person on our team. No.
You are already doomed.
Leona is pretty simple to play if we're being honest. This is why I don't advocate for people gonna pick or ban based on something.
Left a husk of mortality behind.
Well, obviously, not bad. I can foam. Well, I just got fucking evaporated.
Slain. An enemy has been slain. Has been destroyed. Shut down.
Like, legit, the only reason that
Killing spree.
Every soul shall serve.
like straight up came top. That's a little bit.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Weaklings cower in the light. I bring eternal darkness.
Yeah, no, this is not something. You need to just go back. We're way too injured. You don't have health regen.
Of nightfall's kiss.
Problem with, I mean, we need Vayne to deal with the Nansons. There's nothing else that can be said.
Bend to my will.
You know, I don't even feel like I actually had any support from like, not just
So many
the jungler.
on with a false sense of purpose. I shall sunder them.
Excuse me, what? How the fuck does she kill? Oh, she's got like a bazillion attacks. I mean, she fucking, why? This feels like such a bad idea. If it works, it's gonna be great. I don't see it working. Yeah, actually, I don't even think they're going for it. Okay, wow, this is actually gonna work.
Is once again.
Didn't hold it for the 1 second I needed. Spawn. Notice that, guys? No, not my best game ever. I had a hard lane because of the ganking from Kindred getting me behind. I had a tough time in ever because Fiona decided to be a guilty bitch. Hadn't said a word at all about, you know, the fact that the Vayne just couldn't do fucking anything. Vayne got absolutely demon shredded.
I march toward endless.
So he got big really fucking easily because nobody on the team was willing to do anything about him. He just got all the free farm he wanted. I was fully expecting to take it. I want to go back yet. Short the money. You know, the fact of the matter is that this Silas is not good. And that could be because he's had a long day. It could be because it's his first time playing him. It could be that, you know, it's just an off game.
With the stench of
That's why I'm not really willing to just straight up, you know, say, oh, it's all his fault. There's realistically a lot we just don't know about it. To say if it's all his fault or not.
Do you want me to bury that?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, the Kindred's basically just a fucking hard carry. Our comp could have been fine if our Silas knew what he was doing in the jungle, or was having an actual a proper game. Again, I don't want to say he's bad, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm not gonna apply.
Your turret has been destroyed.
What is it? It's not Occam's. Occam's is simplest. It's Hanlon. I want to say Malice. I don't think this is a Hanlon's Razor situation. I really don't. I think that he just kind of had an off game, just not doing well. You know, and that happens. You will get games like that. You can't be perfect every game. Well, we had a rough early game. We're kind of passable because of the Vayne. But the Kindred's basically like the Kindred is enough to probably win this potentially on our own. Kindred's just gonna do it. We can't win this. The Kindred got way too much. I mean, this is an absolutely massive near full build Kindred. I really do think that Kindred can probably finish this. So, what's the takeaway from this game? Kindred's absurd when get fed, but then you can say that for most people. Help your jungler when they need the assistance. Don't get fucking put with groups of that feels kind of like a joke. But Silas is difficult to play. You gotta know the combos. You gotta know. You know, jungle's probably the hardest place to learn him. His interactions with the enemy champions are what make him who he is. Silas just didn't have a great game. It's that simple. I mean, Nick, he barely auto-attacked. That's part of the other problem. Don't ban your teammates. Just to try and... I did okay. You know, it wasn't the best game I've had. Just so it's not entirely reflecting on other people. The death to Nasus I really shouldn't have stayed in lane. I forgot how quick his damn ult comes back up compared to mine. And that his regen is just absolutely retarded. So I really shouldn't have stayed that. I didn't remember. Social. I don't need to see. I wish there was a way that you could hide that in game, but I don't recall there being. It's rather silly. Let's see. Nope. I'd really like to know. You know, I didn't do fantastic. CSing was okay. According to Blitz, I did better than my goal, which was gold. But I was still down massively against Nasus. Part of that's because he got ahead. He had ganking assistance. Really didn't, and that changes things a lot. I mean, even if it was only the 1 or 2 ganks, right? Both times resulted in a kill on me. So, you know, there is that. It's not to say that, you know, your ganks were just worthless. And then Nasus is just one of those people that once he gets far enough in, it just becomes an immovable fucking object. You have to have somebody like a Vayne to take down. Somebody with a lot, or like another good one to have gone against him would have been a Fiora. Fiora would have been another. The riposte on retarded Q damage, well as proccing all past the shred true. Massive thing. I tried to be fairly observant of what was going on the map in pinging when Nasus was missing. I'm sure I missed times where I stayed around, or I should have moved back to help out buddy, or should have been in a fight somewhere. There's always going to be those. You can't beat yourself up about them. You have to pay attention to what you could have done in that situation. What was the right choice then? You know, you can't look back and say, oh, obviously I should have gone. Why would you have to figure out why that was the right one and what it really ended up. Sorry, I had a good drink. Talking about having a drink. Yeah, it could have been a much better game. You know, I could have done things better. I realized early enough that there was just no way I could have traded against the Nasus, so I tried to avoid him. So that, I think, is something that a lot of people just don't have the guts to admit is, well, I'm behind now, I just can't trade. You know, bot won because bot got attention with the collie, and that may be untrue. I'm. It feels like that's going to be true, if only because I know how these groups work. But that's a story for another time. I've been sitting here on this defeat screen, just looking at nothingness and just talking out my ass for long enough. I'm just really not happy with the way that league kind of is working right now, where if you end up in a group of 3 with a group of 3 or 4 and you're not grouped up with anybody, you're likely to get fucked. Was one of their players was that way. And of course now I can't see that. Not easy. Looks like no, it was not the Fizz maybe. Yeah, it was the Fizz. The Fizz wasn't, and you can kind of see that because they were sloppy. Right? Everybody else was like perfectly in sync because they were working together. It's kind of the situation in League where that's what happens these days. Is if you're not in a group, you almost shouldn't bother playing. Because you will get put into a group of one, as a one-person queue with the group of 4 almost every time. And I know that can be fixed by playing ranked. But if I want to practice somebody like Yone, I didn't get to this fucker game. Fuck you, Leona. No, that's what that mode is here for, is to do that, is to learn the people, to figure them out. I wanted to do that, and I really don't think it would have ended up much worse for me. I potentially could have made some other plays, because Yone is a playmaker. He's got some shit he can do. Moore just comparatively doesn't have that kind of flair and that flash. Once I got behind in the lane and the Nazas started snowballing, Mordekaiser's big strength is almost entirely negated. If I can't 1v1 him, my ult's now worthless against him. You know, and there's no way I was going to 1v1 the Kindred. That Kindred got way too fucking fed way too fast. I think some of that's... You know, I know I've died twice in an early game for the Kindred. I was first in 1 and 3, I believe. The Kindred. But the Silas... Oh no, I was 2 and 3 for the Kindred. Silas was... Silas had a lot of deaths to him. Akali wasn't fantastic. Bronze 2. It's funny, though, that people put a lot of emphasis on that. I don't necessarily agree. Not in this. In normal draft, rank can go fuck off. It has no place. The place it does have a thing in, it's actually in ranked, right? So, ranked. Your rank is in here. Your rank is not in normal queue. You're trying to learn or trying to do something different or trying to do whatever. There's no harm in just letting you do that and see it. That's just me. I'm no expert player. I'm right now just a bronzy. Like most of the community is. You know, most of the community is bronze, silver, or gold. Mostly bronze and silver. And bronze 1 and silver 3, I think, are the 2 highest. They're right there. A lot of the people. So I don't mind being bronze in this. It's not like, you know, seasons bronze was the worst. Or unranked was actually the worst. I've been there. But you can't judge somebody in a normal based on their... They might be off. They might be off rolling. They might be trying somebody new. They might be trying a new build. There's a million things. Don't... To anybody playing out there, please, 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 please. If you're playing a normal... If you're playing a normal queue game, don't go off of somebody's rank when... Somebody could be a one-trick pony for Yasuo, and they want to try somebody new. So now their rank is going to be inflated as opposed to where they're playing. Somebody could be a one-trick Yasuo and they're playing Caitlyn. Way different playstyles. Their rank is now deflated. It's deflated. They're going to play way below where their ranking shows. It's not great unless you're looking at ranked games where people try their hardest to get their role. And for me right now, ranked, my role is basically support. So take that with your take ranked queuing, ranked stats with a grain of salt. It's not the end all be all. You just kind of have to play and trust your teammates that they know what they're doing or that they can play. If you can't do that, go play Call of Duty. There's nothing wrong with it if that's what you're into. And I say that as somebody that has been enjoying Call of Duty lately. If you just want a good time, and be able to solo carry, you know, League's not the place for it. Call of Duty's great for it though. There are other games great for it too. You know, Mech Warrior Online, something else I've been playing that has that game. Ranked stats should only exist for judging people in ranked, not solo, or not normals.